Hi, this is Ben. I'm here today with Dr. Edward DeBono, and we're gonna be talking about creativity.
Ah.
I want to start off this interview by asking you first about the human brain. Tell me about the human brain.
If we look at the human brain as a computer, we then have to ask what is the software we use with that computer? In general, the software, at least in Western civilization, was originally designed 2,400 years ago by the Greek Gang of Three, the GG3, which of course were Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. If you're done mocking and distracting me, Ben, I would like to add that we have done virtually nothing about thinking since then.
Now, let me ask you another question, boss. What the heck is creative thinking?
While creative thinking is a skill, it's not just a matter of individual talent.
So what?
It is not just a matter of sitting or rather on the roof playing rock music and hoping you would get inspired. That's very weak stuff.
So, what's the big deal about creative thinking anyway?
Well, 2,000 years ago, China was very much ahead of the West in science and technology. They had rockets, gunpowder, and such things.
So, what happened?
What happened is that scholars in China started to believe that you could move from certainty to subtlety, and as a result, they never developed the possibility system, never developed hypotheses, speculation, imagination. Progress came to an end.
So, boss, if I'm doing things differently, am I being creative?
One of the very important things about creativity is that the new idea, the creative idea, must have value. Far too many people who believe they are creative think that just being different for the sake of being different is creative. It is not, and that's what gives creativity a bad name.
Give me an example.
So, if you look at a door and you say doors are normally rectangular, so let's make a triangular door.
Hey, that's a creative idea.
Now, unless you can show value for that, that is not creativity. That is just being different for the sake of being different.
Hey, here is a tricky question. If creativity is so valuable, why are people so reluctant to be creative?
Now, one of the reasons why people are reluctant to be creative in general is that if you try out an idea and it doesn't work, that is regarded as a mistake. A big deficiency in language, certainly in the English language, is that we don't have a word which says fully justified venture, which for reasons beyond your control did not succeed. So anything which does not succeed is called a mistake, and people don't like mistakes because that stands in the way of their promotion and their career.
Hey boss, I just thought of another question. Now, as you know, we're domestic species that typically live in a box. Now, how can we overcome the boundaries of this box?
Very good question, Ben, and I think your question refers to thinking outside the box. That's what you're asking me, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Thinking outside the box means thinking about unusual ideas, being creative. The notion is that we are all within a certain box, which is formed by the constraints, by our expectations, by the concepts we use, by the perceptions we use, and we play around in that box.
You got me interested. Keep going.
So, thinking outside the box means escaping from breaking out of the box to change concepts, change perceptions, change constraints, change rules, and develop new ideas. Now, really, what that means is developing an idea which could not have been expected in our usual behavior, in our usual thinking. It's just another term for creative thinking, unusual thinking, or lateral thinking.
Now that makes sense. Thank you very much.
Oh.
You look bored. Do you want to have some fun?
Oh. Anything to keep me awake. Oh.
What was that?
Ha 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 ha.